All right, everybody. Session is going to be recorded for my YouTube channel, just so get a heads up about that. I am going to start recording now. All right, everybody. Before we get started, hope everybody had a good day. Mr. Realistic here for another episode of Bearish or Bullish. I hope everybody. Hey, 09, how's it going? Just before we get in it, let you know I am not a financial advisor. Anything I say or do is purely for entertainment purposes. All right, make sure you're doing your own due diligence. This is not financial advice. Very important. Okay, so today we are going to get into a lot of things with OTC, crypto, and everything. My goal is to have the show wrapped up by 6:30 Eastern time. Okay, so we've had a interesting couple weeks in the OTC, all right, followed by some interesting last couple days in the crypto world right here. We're currently looking at RARI, and this pattern right here, by the way, is a breakout pattern. I'm very tempted to go. The volume on this is extremely low, and this is what I'm showing you this first because I want you to look at this. All right, look at this huge sell stick right here, right? Huge candlestick of volume, huge sell. Look what it does to the 8MA. It drops it hard and fast, all right? But look what happens right after it, all right? Buys, 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 and it creeps up, and look what it happens, okay? The 8 comes over the 21, and it continues to grow. I'm going to grab, what the heck is that? Spammers, man, I tell you, they get you every time. It's craziness. So I want you to look and remember this pattern right here. All right, we've got them all flagged and ready. Drops low and then comes up. Okay, I'm seeing this pattern a lot in the crypto universe. All right, so let's go to the next chart. All right, look. All right, that's same thing happened here, and look what's coming up as well. Okay, flagging up. Looks like it's solid. Okay, same thing, bringing it up. Okay, now this isn't the only chart, as I've said, that has done this. There are multiple charts I've seen this in. Okay, and this is a very common thing. Let's go to FX here. I've got to go to a shorter time frame to show you. And I probably might have to go back a little bit to get there. All right. All right. So we are getting. All right. See, look at these huge cells right here. Right. They drop the price and then it picks right back up. But I want to find one with more of an uptrend in the with the 200 and the 50. All right, so this is another thing and this is the important thing I wanted to share with you all about crypto. Okay, I'm finding that these charts are extremely manipulated. And before I get into this one, because this is highly manipulated right here, and I'll show you why. Okay, I want to show you a chart that is pretty smooth right now. All right, look at these MAs. Okay. Look how they just flow nicely, all right? They're rounded, they're kind of going. All right, let's back out and do the hourly here as well, okay? Okay. We get this kind of jankiness right here in this 50. Notice there's huge volume, huge spike. That creates that, okay? There is something with crypto where it follows a pattern, okay? And if that pattern is not followed because of this high volatility or high volume, okay, these lines start to get all like jammed up like an accordion kind of style right here. And it's essentially, look, this drop right here, forcing it to go down. Look, this thing is holding this area so well, and then all of a sudden just drops down, okay? Doesn't make any sense. It's being forced down, okay? So crypto is being, these coins are being manipulated and being told where to go to. All right, a lot of these movements are not natural. Okay, this is SHIB right here, but look at FX. Okay, look at the barcoding going on here. Okay, and we're talking about a dollar stock. All right, look, the barcoding is just side by side all the way up. All right, this is a stock that has really high volatility. over the last 2 days. I mean, just insane. And it is just basically being held into these channels right here as it's going in here and being forced into the way that they want it to go. All right. I mean, look at this right here. Going through. Look at the EMAs, and then they finally just let it go. And look, natural after it goes. Okay. It's being forced into these patterns. And they will not let it go unless the pattern is done, basically. So they want it, or they want the MAs close together. So I am finding crypto to be highly manipulated, and that's why it's hard to read some of these charts because they are crazy. Like RARI, I mean, this thing has some of the jankiest lines you've ever seen, just accordion style. All right, that just move in here all tight. Look at this line right here. It's all knotted up on the 200. You got the 50 all crazy up here. It's not smooth. It's not running nice. That's from the high volume and high volatility. And look where it came from right here. All right, these huge spike ups. Because if we go before that, look at before. Look how smooth these lines on it. How nice they're moving. How well they're going together. And then we get over after these massive spikes right in here. All right. And then look at the lines in here. They start to get all freaking janky and they moving in here. All right. And they're basically accordion style getting pressed together. All right. There's what's the other one? I think it's Tribe that does it as well. All right. So there's some type of manipulation going on here. But before we really, I don't really want to get too much into that. Here's the drop, okay? We've got that intentional drop that's coming in and forcing it up, okay? This drop happens all the time. Look, drop, intentional drop comes up, all right, gets blocked, all right? This is that punch. What it does is that drop, that huge spike down, it creates the allows the 8MA to drop really fast, and it allows it to curl up and punch through. As you can see, it's getting rejected right now, all right, probably because of the low volume. If it had volume, it would just come up and it would pull this 8, then pull the 21, pull the 50 right above the 200 right here, all right, and then we would get a runner, okay? Trying to think of a stock that just did this. I know of one. I saw it a little bit ago. It might have been FX that did it. But you can see this very well in the 1 minute chart. Let me see if I can find it right in here. Okay, so remember our bullish pattern is lowest MA on top, highest on the bottom. We want it in that sequential order: green, blue, yellow, purple, all flagging up, and that's what happens here. They all come together, and then boom, you get this huge spike. Drawing a blank right now, one that just did that. I want to say REQ's been doing it actually. So let's look at REQ. So this is the hourly. We're going to get into this one in a bit. All right. So let's go over here. And these are the spikes when I talk about. It was like, oh, this thing's getting ready to go. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. So notice how the 200's running flat. Okay. 50's flat, slightly coming down. And then the 8 and the 50 are coming down. Notice how they're going down here. And then all of a sudden, all right, we get this drop right here. Let me zoom in so we can really see that, see how it happens here. Okay. So look, they're all running together. Then the windup happens. Look, sell, drops these down. Okay. 8 comes below. Then you've got the 21 and you have the 50. All right. They're dropping it on purpose because look, when they get below enough, and then the 8 comes over top, look, it buys, spike it up. Then you've got an 8, you've got the 21, and then you eventually have the 50, and then you have that bull run. Okay, so what they're doing is they're dropping the MAs down, curling it up, punching through it like that as well. Okay, that's the type of pattern we're looking for, and look how it runs up. Very nice. In REQ on the hourly. Okay, so remember, we dip down, we come up, and there. This has to happen on every moving average of every time frame, okay, for it to get to where it needs to be, okay? Yeah, let me see. We're running through this. Thoughts on RQ and earlier seems like it was trying to break out. Yes, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. This is the pattern I want you to remember here while we're doing this. Just reading some of the comments right now before we get into it. Yeah, looking for how much RQ is affected by little no volume. So a lot of the volume right now is going to SHIB, and I'll show you that as well. But people don't buy on the down; they only buy on the up, right? All right. So remember, dip down, come up, and punch through. That's been the saying the whole time. So we did that on the 1 minute, and it happens over and over again. All right. So we've done that on the 3 minute. All right. We're getting all these things into pattern. Look, dip down, punch up. See what happens? All right, dip down, punch up. These are those spikes. Okay, they're getting all these MAs in order. What these do right here, what these spikes do on the 1 and 3 minute time frames, are they hit. This is the punching into the other higher time frames MAs. So what the 1 minute did here, okay, it did it back here and it punched up. Let's see, boo, boo, boo. Gotta find one that was falling. Okay, right here. Okay, so we're coming up. All right, punch this thing. All right, coming down. We punch it again, flatten it out, and it's coming down. Okay, the 1 was doing that. All right, and then it kind of trickles down. But the problem is with this. All right, you've got to go to 1 to 3. Then we got to go to the 5 minute. Okay, 5's punching up here because it's punching the 15 or the 30 or somewhere into here. Dip right here. Look, strong dip, strong up punch. Okay, now let's go to the 15 minute. Okay, here's the dip that was in the 15 a little bit ago. Look, it hit the 21, punched it. Okay, that's what we want to flatten it out because look how it was coming down. All right, punching it, try to flatten this out. Okay, once all these get flat, then we're ready to roll. Okay, this is the only one that's curling, and I think with enough buying power and everything, this will push this up. This is the only one. Okay, this seems very odd based on all the other ones, which I don't want to say manipulation or anything like that, but it's the only time frame that is showing this. Bullish on the hourly right here. Okay, we still haven't got that punch yet. Okay, we got a little punch right here, and that punched into the 21. All right, we needed to punch the 50 here, which is going to come soon. And once we punch that, because the 50 is starting to flatten out, we'll come up and over it right here in a breakout. Now remember, this Fibonacci retracement I'm talking about, 61.8%, is a very, very common Fibonacci retracement. We go from the highest high to the lowest low of here, okay, we are looking at 62.51. We are right there. It's typically not at the number 61.8. It's a general area. So this is a very common retracement. All right, so I'll bring up Poly real fast. I showed you all on Poly on Twitter exactly how that retracement worked out for Poly. Okay, I'm not saying new all-time highs tomorrow or the day that it pops by any means, but it's gonna get moving in the right direction. When it pops and when it hits the top, I'm gonna take profit because that's what we're doing. We're playing that. All right, that thing and pop it back up. The chart's going to continue to move. So as I'm going through here, all right, let's get to Poly, which is right here. Okay, so Poly will go to the hourly, I think, or the daily might be better. Okay, so let's look at Poly. I mean, look, even Poly's charts like this. These movements here are not normal. Okay, if you're charting, you do not see these because you're watching candlesticks to read them. Look at the wicks on these things and how long. And look, they mirror each other every time. Look, mirrored, okay, coming through, mirrored, mirrored. I mean, they're identical. Somebody is doing something to these things to make them absolutely identical. I mean, that just doesn't happen. Okay, so that is not normal in any type of stock when you're looking at charts. So you can't get very valuable data from charts that are showing you that. All right, let me go to the daily is what I want. I gotta wait for it to pop out. Might actually have to move over it. There we go. All right, so Poly had a huge bump in 2 days, okay? So we're going to take our measuring tool here. We're going to go from the highest high to the lowest low, okay? All right, and look, okay? Sitting on low, 62.38. Let's go back, 62.51. Okay, let's look at this pattern right here. See how we're in a descending or falling wedge? That's what these lines are right here. It's coming up to the top of the wedge. What happens when the wedge hits is it breaks out, and I have FX to show us that. Okay, so I was doing FX, and I was like, man, this is looking like a wedge play. Look what happens. Okay, popped out of the wedge right here and made a nice jump up here. Okay, spiking up. This is a smaller version of it because this is only the 1 minute chart on here. We're looking at the hourly for REQ. All right, this is just a 1 minute chart for FX. But that's what happens on a descending wedge, okay, or a falling wedge. Okay, it comes down, it gets close enough, and once it gets to the top, all right, those MAs get really close. Buying comes in and it pops up. Okay, it's not something that you really hold on to. You wait for the big pop up here, and you try to catch as high to the top as you can. All right, and then it settles back down again, and then it'll roll out, and then it will. We want to see that continual higher lows. Okay, so our lows were here, now we want higher lows and kind of go up from there. Okay, so let me go back to REQ. So look, 62.51% pullback from recent highs. Okay, and now we're looking at Poly 62.38. I mean, we're literally right there. I'm going to draw a wedge. Okay, wedging through here. Now, typically you go through the body of the candles here, all right? And it's okay if a red one kind of gets through it because you can see how the wick, it comes back in. That's why it gets rejected back down and in. Okay, so, all right, this is the descending wedge, and look how close it got to the top here. Look, it uses 50 as support on the daily, and then it popped up and above it. Okay, this is the daily too. So this thing moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days upwards. Then we got indecision. Then we got people thought it was a buy marker. It wasn't. It was a sell marker and went down. But that's still, this is on the daily. This is a pop. This is kind of what we're looking for as well. All right, because we were here and then we're coming down. Let's look at REQ. Okay, so we got that wedge. Look where we're at right now. Okay, stupidness is about to come in here very soon. I think we're going to hit it here very well. All we need to do is really get some volume to kind of pop this back up. I do want to look at Poly's daily volume on that. All right, people like to play these pops, by the way. Look, the volume was minimal for the day on there. Look, you just get the pop on there. That's enough to make you some good money in between there. Okay, you're talking about going from 51 here to a high of 107. Double your money. Sounds pretty good to me. Just for being patient on these things. If you get it here, I mean, even here, you're still getting, 40% on a couple days. That's pretty solid play, in my opinion. Okay. So we're playing a falling wedge breakout on REQ. So what we're looking for, let's go to the daily. Okay, so we can look at the daily. It's going to be a little harder to see because REQ hasn't really been along too much, but you can see, all right, we're in that retracement. We're coming down here. All right, a bullish marker that we want is a inverted candle, or also known as an inverted hammer candle. Okay, that's what we got here. All right, it means that we opened here, we went up here, we came down and came here. All right, if this was green, it would be more bullish, but this is still fine as well. Okay, as long as we get a nice green candle here, which we should from the breakout. Okay, I'm finding cryptos are usually used for breakout plays. Okay, high volatility, high volume, kind of just gun and run it. All right, look at this. These are all bullish markers right here. Very bullish. All right. Beautiful. Can't use the weekly because we're not going to get enough data on this coin. It's only been around for a little bit. So what we're looking for here, all right, is the dip on the 1 hour. So remember this dip I was telling you about. It dips and rips. So Rory, that SOB is running. No, it did go down. Okay. All right. So they got rejected. It just doesn't, they don't have the volume. Look at this huge sell spike to create the down, but look, no volume right here, okay? SHIB is definitely taking some volume, and we'll get into SHIB in a minute. But look, we want to dip, and then we want it to come up, all right? There's plenty of these throughout the chart where it dips down and it comes up. We need that 8 to start. You need sells, that's a buy zone, and then you ride it to the top, okay? But we're looking on a bigger frame for REQ. Okay, so if I'm going through this chart, look, we're starting to get that dip. That's what we want. We want this dip right here, and then we want to come up and we want to punch through it, okay? We're almost crossing through here, which is good. All right, so this is getting really close. It's going to come up and punch up, in my opinion. Okay, look right here. Doing again, we got the dip. Okay, now we're looking for the rip. All right, and that will translate. This is the 30. Okay. All right, so we are enough dip right here where we could get some buys and push this up, in my opinion. Those are flat. You can get through those. Dip, push through, break through those. Okay, let's go to the 5 minute, okay? All right, we have slight, enough buys right here to push this up and through. They're running pretty flat. We don't have to dip every time, by the way. All right, there's times where they run parallel with each other and they kind of just like flank out into their unit, but here you go, like this. This is perfect. So look, we had this, we hit this, look what we hit, okay, 200, coming back down. We're going to hold this area right in here. We're going to push up and go through. So in my opinion, and based on what we have I have just shown you, all right, somebody in the comment section, when do you think we're going to see a breakout of REQ? Okay, when do you think we're going to see this breakout based on Poly's 62% pullback, and we are literally eye for eye, and look at where we're at the wedge. All right, if I'm saying anything, we're really close. Remember, this is an hourly candlestick. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised in a couple of hours that we see something here with the right volume. Okay, we're right around the area perfectly. We're doing exactly what we want here. We're bouncing off. We're going to stay in here, keep these things really tight. They're going to come together, okay? Once all this gets on over here, we fly on up, okay? Then it moves to the 3 minute, okay? This comes on up. This comes on up. Get resistance. Do the same thing. Brings it on up. We go to the 5 minute, okay? This comes up. This comes up. We do this, and we come on up. You get what I'm saying? We got to do every time frame first. Look at, and they're all working together right here. Okay. And look at the dip. Oh yeah, look at this sucker. Buys are going to come through. This is going to pull this up. Okay. Now we're going to get resistance here, but we can, with enough power, which we should for that, boom, we're going to get a bust out. Okay. And then coming through here and then up and fling through. So I told you guys, this takes forever because what I just showed you on the minute candle happens, in a couple hours. What happens on an hourly takes days. And while this is all doing this, it's dipping because we have to go and punch all those MAs and we have to drop it down and do it again. All right. And it comes down to that. Julian, I don't do PTs, man. I just roll with the MAs, man. And whenever I see the thing go, if the chart on the daily and the weekly are bullish, you just ride it until it's bearish, man. That's basically what I do, and this is bullish as AF, man. Until this thing starts coming down and they get down. No, this thing is a bull. All right, let's look at some other ones right now. This daily right here is how a chart should look. This is what we want. This is beautiful. This is good. There's no manipulation. This is beautiful. You got your MAs out. We're nice to go. What the F is this right here? Seriously, look at this. I can't read that. That's just like going into preschool and trying to, write cursive. All right, that's what that looks like right there. So this happens multiple times. So crypto is definitely a different beast when it comes to charting. I mean, look at this. Gah! You can't chart that. All right, that's just not how it goes. Let's go to SHIB. I bet you this thing looks a lot better. All right. Just got to give it some time to scroll on out. All right. Look. All right. You can actually chart this because there's actually something to chart. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's why some of these things are just impossible to chart. I try my best, and if I throw something out like something's gonna go, all right, it's because I see that whoop and swoop that I've been telling you all about, and then it just goes up. All right, that's when you catch bottom, you go up, and you get out, and you make a couple bucks here and there. All right, and they blow like 20% right there in a second. It's because I see it in the chart, and that's what it's gonna do right there. All right, it's not a pump. It's what the chart is doing. It's gonna do it no matter what, and it's gonna pull back no matter what because I've shown you they like to have it a certain way, and it's gonna stay that way. It doesn't matter if people are buying into it or not. This is SHIB. There's a ton of people that want to buy this thing, but guess what? It's still retracing because it needed to come back to create higher lows, and they're going to make sure that does that. Okay, so look, if you're new to my channel, all right, this is how charting works. It's very easy. Okay, you go up, you come down. If you go straight up, you come straight down. All right, it's as easy as that. What we want to do is we want to make sure that we are creating this nice chart where we are moving up and down, all right, like this, and building these support layers right here. Okay, that's what we want. We want these support, all right, because when it falls, it could fall in there, or it could fall on a moving average. Okay, if we don't have that, all right, and we just go straight up, I'm going to take all this out of the way so I can show you. Okay, if we don't have that and we do this, boop, then we're going to do this, boop. All right, there's no support except for the bottom right here. So it's really important that we get a good chart. Typically, though, crypto is a high volatile stock where it just goes, all right, and then back. All right, it doesn't really build a very good chart. This is pretty good, and then we're going to get a big pullback. Okay, we don't get something like the IWM, which we'll get into in a little bit. See how it's building a nice chart here? All right. Remember that whoop and swoop I was telling you about? We're going to get into that in a little bit as well. All right, so I was just on SHIB. So, all right, we need to make sure that we understand where we're going. Anybody see what I see right now? Oh, man. I haven't really had a chance to really look at SHIB. I'll look at Onomatopoeia in a second. Anybody see why SHIB's breaking out right now? Sure, it had news, but man, that news is timed perfectly because look at that. Look at that, everybody. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that wedgie wedge. A falling wedge on the daily for SHIB. Look. Whew, no wonder it's breaking out. All right, that was perfectly timed by the company. If you do say so. All right. So these falling wedge plays are beautiful. Let's see how much SHIB pulled back, by the way, because SHIB ran pretty hard. Okay. So SHIB back up, measuring. Okay. So we go high, high, low, low. All right. 59.9%. 61.8 sound familiar to you? I told you it's in that range, okay? So if you're looking for these descending wedge plays, okay, look around the high 50s, okay? I would just wait. Let's wait next time until we see that uptrend breakout right there, okay? Look at how we had the indecision those 2 days and then boom. All right, so wedge plays can be extremely profitable if played correctly, okay? That's why REQ, I'm very bullish. It's pulled back nearly the same percent as SHIB and Poly, okay? And it's coming in. PS, by the way, I appreciate everybody taking into those bashers online. Those are paid bashers, by the way. And you can tell when they get very aggressive and they have very generic sayings or they have very limited knowledge about things. How Batman said that anybody could chart, but then said he couldn't chart. They're paid bashers. That's all they do. That's why I don't really care. So, that being said, all right, we should be seeing our favorite little stock here breaking out very soon based on all this data that we've taken from other stocks and what we're seeing here. So what I'm seeing here is I want to see, trying to pull back out here, all right, coming down, swoop loop, and then this come up and then pull all these together, okay? We're not close enough on the 200 to come above it yet, and that's what we need. We need it to get closer, okay? As soon as they get closer, they get in there. By doing that, pulling up the stock, it'll do that. I feel it's coming. I've definitely found this out. I catch myself now looking at the 1, 3, and 5 minute more since crypto, and I make terrible mistakes doing that because of the simplicity of just looking at a larger candle and a larger time frame and seeing where they're going. Okay. So once again, I want to compare these plays here. Okay, look at these moving averages. Keep in mind this is the daily. Okay, they don't even have a 200 on here yet for SHIB. Okay, look at the direction that these are going down. All right, this is typically a bearish trend, and now it's turning up very well. Okay, same thing with REQ. All right, same thing right now. Okay, 200 top is a bearish trend. That's why it's in a bear free fall because you can't break above this quite yet. And then when we get it and pull up above it, that's when it becomes a runner. Okay, look, this is what happens right here. Okay, 200 goes to the bottom and everything. That's how you become a runner. When you get the shorter ones on, or the smaller time, or smaller MAs on top and run. Okay, only thing that we're waiting for right now is for these to whoop swoop and come up and over here. Look how close it's getting. That's what we need. We need it close. You can't get it up here. Okay. And I should have known that. I think when I was calling it, though, I was calling it because I called 70s. It was right here. So we were up here. I was thinking a bounce right here and go, and that's what happened. It went below, and that's what caused the sell-off right there to go through and down. Okay. So when we look to the hourly, all right, same thing. Okay. These are swooping right here, just like pretend the 200 is not even here. Okay. Swooping down, it's going to call up, and it's going to pull up in there, right? 200 is bullish. It's going in the right direction. That one's really hard to move. So that's really nice. And this is why I'm very bullish on REQ breaking out very soon. I mean, look how close we are based on every pattern that we've seen. Okay, when it gets really close down in there, okay, we get this breakout right here that sends us up and away. Okay, let's kind of look and see if we can find that descending wedge right here. Okay, so you put the wedge right here. So I mean, it literally just kept it in the channel here. All right, follow it down. Okay, put this here. All right, look, every time. All right, this is literally a pattern that people just search for. Falling wedge. Okay, goes in, bounces off, it's going down, and then boom. Okay, kicks off. This is what we are looking for. Look, this is the hourly of poly. Okay, this is what happened. Look how many hours it took for it to get to its high. All right, let's count this because this is probably good data for us to look once it goes. All right, MACD divergence. Yes, on the 3 minute. I'll pull that up. Thank you. All right, so if we're looking here, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's one day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so we're talking about 34 hours into the chart where it really gets a spike up. And when you get large candles like that, that's almost a clear indication to sell because you're going way above. All right, let's see right here. Okay, you're going way above. All right, the overbought zone. Look at the right here. Okay, 1 hour. All right, you're up at 86 RSI. Okay, so you missed everything, JC. I just told you how to make money, man. I'm just kidding, kind of. But don't worry, it's going to be recorded and uploaded automatically after the end of the session. But that's what we're looking for. And look right here. They're going down. Okay. Our MA right here is going up though. Our 200's flying up. That's even better. That's what you want. A 200 going up. So not only that, so we have this coming down right here. What's going to happen is this right here. We're going to swoop, loop, and up. All right. So REQ. Okay. All right. See, 200's going up. That's very bullish. extremely bullish. Okay, I just want to show you why that is so bullish. I mean, the importance of the 200 and the fact that it is going up. Look when it goes sideways. Okay, all right. Do we see the sideways? All right. We know what happens when it's going down. Right here. Okay, so you don't want that. All right. Look what happens when it's going in the upwards direction. Okay, this right here is what I am fully expecting, this type of run for RQ, okay, based on our movement, okay. We're going to have the 200 going up, the 50 is going to go up, and then we're going to have the 8 and 21 up as well, okay. Look at the angles here. It's going up nicely, okay. It's coming down. They're squishing together. They're going to pop right here, okay, out of the wedge, okay. And when it does, okay, we're going to have our MAs come pull up, and then we're going to get them all in order, and then we're going to be off to the races, okay? Off to the races, because they're all going to be going, look at the angles that we want them to go, all right? Notice how they're descending. Let's move forward so we can get another picture of this as well, all right? Notice this on these breakouts, I always want to say descending, but it's technically called a falling. I mean, not much of a difference. Falling wedge. Look, up, down, and it just kind of did this because look at the 200. It's running flat. Ours is going up. It's kind of flat right now, but once this goes, it'll pull it up, in my opinion, of course. All right. It'll pull it up as we go. Okay. So if we go back to the last one, okay, as soon as you get that spike up, that pull up, look what it does to the moving average of the 200. All right. And it'll pull that up and it'll start moving. So keep an eye on the direction of the 200 and the 50 and the 21 and the 8 MAs on REQ. Okay, this is why I'm so bullish. This is why this doesn't make sense, and why I think once this pulls up, it's going to pull that up as well, because this is the only time frame that it's in. Okay, watch. I'm going to come through. I'm going to pull all of these up together. I'm going to pull them all up together. All right. If this lays flat, that's a clear indication that we're going to see, okay, this right here. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right. Still a heck of a profit from that spot. Okay, you know, you're getting in. All right, 50% from there. Okay, it's a solid profit for, you know, less than a week's time. All right, so 3-minute MACD divergence. Are we coming back over the top? Okay. Yes. All right. So REQ. So what we're looking for is to go look when we're back over the positive side, and then down here we want to come up and over as well. Okay. Oh man, it jammed up. I like to use the stochastic as well. It's coming up, swooping up, and going to walk up as well. All right. Enough of that. Let's kind of get into it. All right, Julian, I fully believe that it's going to go there. If you ever look at a chart, okay, and I want everybody, remember, this is very important that we understand this, okay? If you look at a chart, okay, and you see that the 200 and the 50 are going to cross with the 200 going above the 50, that's a clear indication of to sell, okay? So I think it was the hourly. Oh, sorry, wrong one. So no, it couldn't be because it's not there yet. All right. So if we see this, okay, if we see this right here, all right, so looking at 70 right here, it didn't bounce, okay? This can curl and bounce off with enough support. And look, it was trying to do it right there, but what happened was it crossed through and people just bailed because that's considered the death cross. And that's why I kept up and under it, okay? So I feel like we're going to get a nice bump up into this range right here on the next one. I can't guarantee anything. Nobody can ever do that. But we're going to get a nice bump up and through here, all right, because of the falling wedge. And like I said, it looks like it's really coming soon. Let's check into the 1 minute just to double check it. See where we're at right there. Got to be getting closer. I mean, yeah, we just need that 200 a little closer. All right, see what happens when it gets close. It swoops down and then swoops up. Okay, that's what we want right here. Actually, let's see. I like to look at patterns beforehand to see if we go and we get a bump, flat, and then pull up. Okay, so so we're looking for these to come back over the 50, and then it's a pull. This might be a good time to buy, in my opinion. I might buy more. I'm gonna help this out. I like the spot. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull up my Coinbase. All right. I always like to do my average. All right. Hitting there. All right. I like this spot a lot, actually. So this is what I'm seeing. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I gotta put my not looking at my phone. Can't open it up. Okay. So we're looking. Here's that spike. Okay. So we're looking at swooping, coming over, coming down, and then boom, popping up. So let's double check that theory right now. We came over top once right here. Now we're coming under, and then we're going to come up and over. Maybe it stays over. Let me double check another one just to double check. Okay, swoops down, swoops through, and then comes up. Okay, so once those cross bullishly, those are good. So what we need, yes. So if the 8 right here curls up, we're going to see a push on REQ. So REQ right there. All right, and this could be the start of our run that we were talking about here. What are we at price-wise here? What's the resistance? Resistance 5139. I wonder if they... See, why is there resistance here? That doesn't make much... See what I mean? You get resistance right here. Hold on. Where is this resistance coming from? Look at these huge candle spikes. Those are not normal. So let's see what happens when those usually occur. They stop them from crossing. Look, they stop it from crossing right there. Okay, all these spike downs. This is the crypto, man. You don't see this normally. All right. What they're trying to do is they're trying to bring the candle under this 8 right here. Okay, this is why it's incredibly difficult to chart crypto. And look what it does. Look, we want to keep an eye on the moving average right here. Okay, I know why. I believe I know why. Let me just think about it before I say it. Pulling it down. All right, so we're going through. I'm looking at the angle. See how this is so steep right here? All right, we'll have to hit that to come up because we need it flat. All right, that's what we want. We want it flat. Looking through. I mean, literally, there's so many things to analyze. Look, we hit the 50 to slow it down. All right, so it wasn't in descent right here. Popped it out a little bit, and look what happened. It flattened it out. Man, I feel like this is going to pop. All right, I'm going to put in bid at 449. That seems like an easy buy to me right there. Here we go. We might be getting it. All right, buy. See if I got it. Nope. Oh, no, I got some of it. All right, so holding that there. Oh yeah, here's the spike, guys. This is one of them right here. If it get, yep, there you go. See what I'm talking about? This is what we're talking about. The swoop and loop, swoop and loop. Man, finally getting some love on the show with these spikes. All right, double check. See if my order's going through. Come on, man, it is flying up. This is what I'm talking about, folks. This is it. This is it. Come on. All right, still putting in some orders here. See if I got that one. Yes, I did. Okay. All right. So look at the resistance holding back these from crossing, and look how it's affecting the 8MA. Okay, so somebody is blocking this. Obviously, we're getting resistance right here on the on the 50 and now pulling this back down. All right. So I want to actually just keep an eye on this for a second so you can see the volatility and how these change the MAs, okay, and how it affects them when it gets pulled up and down. It's so important to understand these things. This is it. Dude, I say it every time. There you go. I'm telling you, this thing is it. It drives me nuts because it does this, all right, and then somebody comes out and just jacks it up some way, somehow. And I swear it's some algo or something out there doing it to me. Yes, I love that. Look at this. This does. You're getting resistance at the 50. That's why you're getting the sell in that right there. All right. So right here, all right, this is what's causing this right here. Okay. All right. Let's find somebody who has a lot of money and just can like pop this over real fast for us. I'm gonna take a sip. Let's watch this. All right. So time. So we're looking at the candles. Here's 39 seconds. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. I bet you we get a big buy here soon. All right, coming down the last second. And we're going to get a candle. Come on. I'm telling you, man, somebody's messing with this thing. Look at that. Pulling it down so we start below the MA. All right, now we got to wait for a buy so we get a candle confirmation. All right, let's look over at our MACD. Yeah, see? See, now we're below this thing. This thing should push up and over, and soon as this, see how that's getting blocked right there? Okay, because if this goes over there, we know what happens, okay? Look what happens, all right? Somebody is preventing that from happening right there, and this is why it's driving me nuts every time I put something out there, all right? So, there you go. Look, look, boom. It's freaking ridiculous. It's impossible. Absolutely impossible. And this is what I keep telling y'all when I'm saying, oh, it's going, and then this crap happens right here. I can't do anything about that. So, let's see if this goes out. I know what's happening. Okay. Anybody else notice this? Because I noticed it right now. And why I think that this is happening. Look, this was going down, and I told you it was going too flat. Excuse me, too straight down when they needed to flatten it out. Look how the 8 or the 21 starting to flatten out. I bet you we get a push here soon, just based on that. Okay, that is my whole basis right now. That they are flattening out this 21 for us. Because remember, we can't really go over it until it's flat. Look, flat, flat, flat. So I feel like it's flat enough. I think they'll let us go. Yeah, let's see if it happens. If not, I'm going to be pissed because it's been days in the making. Absolutely ridiculous. This is why crypto is nice and awful at the same time. But hey, this charting technique that I'm showing right here is what I used, and this is, you can find these plays, and it's going to be extremely helpful on all these pullbacks that we're getting on OTCs. Think about it. How many stocks are doing this that has a chart that looks exactly like this right now? Okay, looks exactly like this. Okay, there's a ton of OTC stocks that look like this. Throw up some trend lines, and we could probably find some wedges. All right, some falling wedges where we can just boop, get in there, get the bump. All right, pop out. All right, that's the play. That is the play. With the stocks, it tends to usually go up and go through. Give us the buy! Push us through here! Come on! Just want to pull like a freaking gladiator and go after them. Oh, let's go. Look how they're moving together downwards now. This is such bullshit. Alright, it is the 21 is flattening out. Okay, so let's keep an eye on that. Because I feel like we're gonna get a spike here soon. Alright. Soon as that 8 goes over the 21 for confirmation, we're going to get a huge spike, in my opinion. Okay? Soon as they think within a minute to 3 minutes, it'll be. I think right now it's flat enough personally, but you know, I'm not the person doing it. So maybe 2 to 3 minutes when it comes a little flat, more flat. Just look, it's just running parallel. It's not going down. If they wanted to take it down, it would just go down. All right. That, I mean, it's what it is. But are they going to get separation on here beforehand? But this is the crap that I'm talking about right now. That it's impossible to freaking chart out. All right, look right here. Okay, look at this crap. All right, this is what we're looking at probably right now. All right. So here, pop up. Yeah, look at that. I told you. This is driving me nuts. They're pulling the 8 off now. So now they're going to pull off the 8, just like this right here. Okay. So they're going to drop the price. These are freebies right here. All right. Let's watch this. What's going to happen is this is going to be down, swoop, and loop. Okay. Remember, green down, swoop, loop, and it punches up and through. Okay. They'll hold it down for a second. It's just one thing that it's just how I learned 09. I mean, I just took what I learned and I just stuck with it. You know, if you don't fix something that ain't broke, right? He's asking why I use SMA over EMA. Like I said, it's literally what I learned in that class. It's what it went through. It's worked for me, so I'm not gonna change it up or anything. There you go. Look at the 8's starting to leak just like this right here, and then this was in a descent right here. So the 50 was in a descent. Okay, so was the 21. So what's going to happen here is different because now we are flat on the 50. That's the difference. Notice how it's flat right here, but we hit something up here. All right, came close to making a dent right here as well. So fully expecting a spike up and out as soon as this gets in the right swoop and loop. Man, I wish I just timed my buy a little bit better. Not a big deal because I feel like it's going to go anyways. But here, this is live learning for you right here. And this is why I'm getting so frustrated when I'm making calls out on crypto right there that aren't just like that quick move in, move out kind of things, because you can't predict this crap right here. All right. So if you saw this in an OTC stock, you would scream manipulation right away. Everybody would. Okay. Because this is supposed to go up. The buys are going. People are going to come in and they're going to buy, and this is going to bring it up and over. And it's going to bring the 50, and then we're going to go on a run. Okay. I definitely want to get into some other things. I think this still has a little drop to go. Okay, hopefully we don't miss it. All right. So here's the iRussell for our OTC fans out there, including myself. Can't wait till it gets back. Look at this run we had. Huge run, huge consolidation. We tried to run out right now. It wasn't ready. So what I think we get is that swoop and loop right here. Okay, for the daily on iRussell. Okay, look what it's doing. Okay, got blocked. Okay, got blocked right here. This should do exactly what we're talking about right here for, oh, there you go, for REQ. This freaking thing is going to pop when it does, everybody. I mean, the volatility in this thing, I told you all, I bought at 32, sold at 40, and this thing jumped up to 97 within minutes. Crazy volatility when it's going out and it's going through. This is very good that we're over this right here. That means it's ready to pull. See if they push it back down right here. We've got 40 seconds on that candle. Wouldn't surprise me if they pushed it back down. I'd rather this just hurry up and get done with, so we can just get the show going. So look, I think we're getting this. We hit here. I think we get this swoop and loop like I've been talking to you all about on the IWM. Okay, look, all right, it's all in formation to break out. Everything here is perfect on the lower ones. Look, they're all coming together. This thing is definitely doing exactly that. It is going to swoop and loop, baby. All right, look. Bullish. Look how this is the fan that we want, okay? Fanning out, okay? So my theory, all right, is the swoop and loop theory. I'm patenting that one, okay? Swoop, loop, up. Gonna take it up, okay? That's all we're doing here, but we're doing it on a daily side of things, okay? So here, this is the bearish cross. That's what causes this right here. Remember, these are daily candles. Comes down, swoops and loops, okay? I think we swoop and loop off of this and we pop up, okay? So IWM, I'm good with it. OTC still in play, folks. Look at this. Manipulation at its finest. All right. So let's see. Somebody asked me about, stay up over. Maybe they let us go. Come on, let's see what happens here. Oh, yeah, baby. All right. Notice where we're getting resistance at, everybody. 50 MA. Okay, you got to break over it with the candlestick. That happens, we pull up these other indicators, and we're going to fly up, and we're going to hit this 200 if they're, I don't want to, if unless there's another MA that's above here. Notice how we finished below it. That's not a shock. Someone's holding it. So we got resistance here at 4548. Okay, that's flattening out very nicely. Yeah, pump, 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 pump. All right. This thing's juicy. Dude, we're getting right to it. People love these falling wedge plays. It's one of my favorite plays. Falling wedge. Look it up. It's a great play. All right. You're talking about a stock that flew up, retraced 61.8%-ish. All right. And is now ready for literally a breakout right after because people see the upside. I mean, it doesn't get much better. Look at, there we go. Ah, see, I told you they're pushing this thing down. They're freaking playing with it. It's driving me nuts. All right, because what happens is if we get on top of this right here, it'll pull us up. All right, and pull these averages up. They want that sucker down more. It's driving me nuts. That's what happened here and here. Okay, wasn't until they had to. Let's look at this. Look at what they did here. So get ready for a drop, possibly. Maybe they did that here though. Look, so they did that here and they did it here. Look at this is not normal, okay, based on obviously buying pressure. Okay. So this is coming in my opinion. Okay. We know the falling wedge play is right there. We've just looked at two other big coins that have done this. So Julian, the only thing that comes to that is who is they exactly? Who is they is a good question. Watch every crypto chart and you'll see it. It happens. Everyone I've been finding. This is what I was going to tell you all. Somebody somewhere is straight up keeping these MAs in progress. I can only think of one thing to do everything the same way. Okay. So, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense. So a person can't do it, if you know what I mean. All right. Do every crypto. All right. So you know how much that would take? So there's some type of mechanism, okay, that is stopping it from happening. Joshua, I've been trading crypto for a week, bro. That's a question for the gurus of crypto. Here we go. It's popping over right now. Not really sure about that. Like I said, I've been just kind of messing with it and then kind of learning charts. Saw these, pattern things happening in here and why it's so difficult to chart crypto. All right, we are on top of the 50 right here on the 1 minute. This is bullish if we hold it. It looks like is this the candle? This is a 6. Okay, if we hold, all right, this is the 30. Yep. So if we hold this above here, watch, it's gonna pull it up. This is why they don't want it there. That's a bullish cross right there. Did we get a bullish cross on any of these? No. So we should get green here, based on that cross, unless if this pushes it down really hard and pushes that 8 down as well. I don't know what it is, man. I literally, Dan, I have no idea, dude. You can see it for yourself though, right? I mean, look at this. All right. Nobody is doing this. All right. Obviously the buys, people want to buy it and somebody's trying to do it. Yep. There we go. Illuminati. They're always behind all of this stuff, man. But this is what I'm talking about. This is why I can't do my charting the way I can do with OTCs on crypto. And this is the crap that's driving me nuts right now. So I'm glad you all could see what the heck I see and how it's ridiculous. Like this doesn't happen normally. Okay, this I can understand because the 21's in free fall. Then it flattens out a little bit here and we're good to go and we hit off of here going through. So we do get a spike off of here and we find resistance up here. But the fact that you're getting this right here, it doesn't make much sense to me, all right? And that this happens every time before we go, okay? Look at all these spike downs to pull that down. Every time. Huge spike downs, okay? So that's just not yeah, no, right? Not normal. Oh, same exact trend, yeah. Whatever Bitcoin did, everybody else did it. Okay, right? Now you got all these small caps, you got mid caps, you got caps. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it's just too much going on. It's literally like crypto, doing these crypto screens right now. My eyeballs are burning. My brain is gonna like explode. I need to take like a day or two just to go, and I really need the OTC to do the swoop and loop, so we can just do OTC because this is driving me nuts. I'm good with like the breakout plays of crypto or like doing Shiba or whatever, but dude, my head, like my eyeballs could literally fall out my socket right now. I'm so tired from looking at these screens and seeing this crap happen all the time. Imagine just like literally, I stare at this for hours going through here. And like, all right, we're going. Someone's pulling us down here. It's freaking annoying. And I'm doing it because I want to try and figure out, why it's happening. What's going on here. Can it help me predict something in the OTC market and going through? Well, man, is it the most effing frustrating thing in the world right now. Just watching it, as this should break out right now, and this crap happens. It's freaking ridiculous, and it's driving me insane right now. But no, now you know why I tweet a million freaking times. No, freaking KYNC, man. Somebody's jacking up that chart too. I'll show you the KYNC chart. We're really close to here. Yeah, I mean OTC's nuts right now, but everybody's dumping. You don't buy anything right now. If you buy anything, you're swinging it right now, or you're holding it. All right, those are the two things you do. You swing in the day, or you're buying low and you plan on holding for months. Okay, that's what you do, in my opinion, right now in the OTC. That's why I really haven't been doing anything because, I mean, I don't really want to. The swings are too risky right now because these people just dropping stuff left and right. So I'm not gonna take that. There's too much risk involved with that. So I'm just trying to figure out what the heck we're doing here. Looks like we're barcoding. Remember what I told you guys? Look how we're staying inside the 50 and inside of the 21 right here. Look what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring this down because it didn't do the pattern that they wanted to. This is the crap I'm talking about, man. All right. Well, we get physically assaulted here by computers or whatnot. Let's get over here, or mentally at least. I think somebody wanted mana. Yeah. Let's check out mana real fast while we're doing that. We'll check out some OTCs as well. But this is literally why I cannot be very accurate on cryptos. It's just nearly impossible because it's just pure manipulation. All right, if you're looking at this chart right now, the first thing that should strike out at you is continual growth. Okay, if you took a trend line right here, okay, and you took it from where we started and you just ran it to the bottom of all these other ones right here, look what's happening. Okay, this is what we call a butte. Okay, so this is a beautiful chart. Okay, let's do our assessment here of our. All right, and computer's starting to slow down. 5235. Nope. Well, yeah, you got 5325-ish. I think I missed a little bit right down here. 53%. Okay, so 53% pullback. So somewhere in that 61% zone. Okay, but look at the continual growth. This is beautiful. If you see, all right, especially on the hourly, this 50 go below the 200, it becomes bearish. Okay, and you don't want that. That's a clear, and you'll see a lot of people sell if that happens. So if we pull into mono right here, okay, this yellow comes under this 200, this thing's going to drop hard. All right. It's been growing continually really well. I would not be surprised if we saw a pullback in mono. Well, got one right here. How much was the percentage right there on this one? Okay, just to do a quick one. So 27, 28%. I mean, this is a great chart. I would be shocked. I bet you it bounces off the trend and keeps going. It's just a really good chart right there. That's something that you like to see. Shows growth, and it makes you feel good about your investment right there. All right. So definitely don't want it to go out of the bottom of the pennant. All right, top, bottom, top. I like that. All right, just keep an eye on that. You don't want that. We can kind of look back at the next one. Look, you got a bearish cross right here. Okay. So what you got to do is, that's why the price is dropping. Okay. Look right here. Okay. Bearish cross. Notice the dip. If it continually goes down, then it's bad. It's holding right there. That's good. You know, it's happened before. Crypto's a different beast. That was a stock. People would dump that thing faster than you could say, eat my shorts. I don't know. Something just came in my head. And it just came up. All right. RQ. There's that spiky, boys and ladies. And non-binaries or whatever. Go through it. Love everybody out there. But here's the spike. This is what we want here. All right. We're above it. Woohoo! All right. This is the pull that we need. Okay. This is the pull we need. If this thing comes down and pulls back below this thing, I'm going to rip through my screen right now and find this sucker. All right. So look how it's impacting the MAs as it's doing this. This should be this right here, okay? And then breaking through this time because it's closer and more flat. This is really it. Yes, it better be because I've been hyping this up a lot. But I mean, the play is there. I've literally showed you why I think it's there from multiple angles. I literally can't make this crap up what's going on right now, though. I think we're just waiting. We're just waiting for this 21 to come over the 50, in my opinion. So 2 minutes or so until the blue line comes over the yellow line. That'll give us some ups. All right, let's see here. I don't know. It's just not natural. I'm going to pull up. First one to type in OTC stock, I'll chart it for you. We're going to look at the MAs and everything and compare them to this crypto chart. It's driving me up the flipping wall, man. Don't all rush at once. Oh, you picked the one that looks manipulated the most. All right, let's go over here. This thing looks good. It's going to hold, loop, and swoop. This is where you want to keep an eye on the 200. All right, so if the 200 goes down too, that's bad. You want it to swoop back up. I hate the NSAV. I always try to chart that thing, and it looks like it's all like. That's good, man. Glad to hear it. No, I love it. Dude, I love the joke around Ikoa. I get that too. All right, so look. All right, we're going to look at the MAs, okay? So look, we've got the 200. Notice when the 200 goes down, all right, and this cross, the SP goes down, all right, we're flattening out. We're going here. So this is flattening out now where we could see they could have had a run going right here, right? But it fell down and through, okay? And this could come up and through and pull that up. It's probably because of the hourly or a stronger one. So my MAs are green or 8-day MA. Blue is 21 day. yellow is 50 and purple is 200, okay? 8's being the weakest, 200 the strongest, okay? So what we're looking for, and this is why the price went down, look at the cross. This is the hourly. We want this to swoop up and come up and above. If this comes up and pulls this, this is very bullish. Probably consolidate a little bit and then come up. Let's look to the daily, okay? Daily's on the bottom. Notice how the 200, the purple line's acting as support, holding the stock price up. Okay, that's a good thing. All right, you don't want it to fall below there. Okay, so it could go slightly below. See how that happened? Swoop and loop. I think that's going to happen. I think we're getting the swoop and loop on NSAV. So swoop, loop, and pop and roll. Let me hear that tootsie roll. All right. Just curious. 91. Welcome to the OTC. All right. Gap down to. So yeah, that's the OTC for you guys. Yeah, man, no worries. ICOA. I mean, this looks fine as long as it swoops and loops up. But you could tell it's not all janky like these freaking like here. Let's go. Here's the minute chart. This is it. Woohoo! Gotta get you guys pumped some way. Yeah, I need to plug in my computer. Give me like 10 seconds. My wife wins $20. She said I'd be over I said I'd be done at 6:30, and she goes, "Oh, I bet you $20." I go, no, I'm going to. I just love it, guys. I love teaching. It's just something in my blood. That's why I'm a teacher. If you didn't know that, that's what I do. I teach. All right, there we go. So look at this. All right. This makes sense because we've got it here, okay? So what we're looking at, because it hits here, okay? But what we're looking at, what was going on here was not normal, okay? Not typically normal. Somebody's holding it down. I know, Joshua, right? No, it is. Watch. So what's going to happen, all right? What's going to happen here? My opinion, of course, my opinion is we're kind of going to bounce in here for a little bit. This is going to pull the 50 up, and once they get close enough, it's going to go up and above. Because we're also going to find resistance. All right, this is going to help us push up, and then we can go up and over here as well. So there's no resistance up until up there, 200. This will pull up. This will take this. This will pull up as well. This will flatten out in that time frame, 5-minute time frame, by the way, everybody. And when you're bringing the SP up, this helps flatten out and bring the MAs up as well. Okay, the MAs go down because those are your moving averages over a certain amount of days, and if they tend to go up, they're going to pull them up as well. Okay, so look, we're looking for it's usually reverse order before we get to the order we need. Remember, we want green 8, blue 21, yellow 50, and then 200 purple in that order, top to bottom. Okay, so this pulls up, this pulls this up, this pulls this up, and we come above here, and then we get into this fan motion. We're in all four, like streaking out like jets out here, and that's the bullish pattern that we're looking for. Okay, so I mean, it literally looks like it's coming together, everybody. If this comes up, this should start to flatten out. Getting that through. That's the only weird thing going on right now. This comes up. Look at how close we're getting to the end of the pennant here. All right, we want to swoop and loop and come up. This comes up. This takes this. This is the hourly. This is the freaking chart we've been waiting forever. Like, oh, fantastic, man. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm glad you found my channel too. I'm glad I could help. Swoop, loop, and droop. That's why the OTC, just look at the IWM guys and ladies and everybody out there, all right? Look at this weekly chart. Weekly's the strongest, by the way, all right? Same with your 200, okay? So, look, that's good. What we don't want, okay? Stay there. Want you, okay? It's okay if it comes down as long as it bounces quickly. This is weekly. We want it to hold up and down. All right. Look at the weekly pattern. Okay. Years, by the way, are down here at the bottom. Okay. you guys see anything bad about this chart? This is the small cap ETF, which is comprised of 2,000 small cap stocks. Okay, I mean, look at this, 2001 to now. Okay, and the future and beyond. But look, continual growth. All right, you go up, you must come down before you go up again. Okay, that's how you build a chart. All right, you know, coronavirus happens. You come up, all right, you consolidate, and what we're looking is that continual growth. Could it come back and pull back some? Sure, it could. It could, but I don't know, man. I just don't feel like it is. It's just that one of those opinions I've got. Um, but yeah, I mean, look at this straight up run that we had from November 2020 to March of 21. Oh, shocker. That was the freaking time that the OTC exploded. Now we're kind of paying for it in consolidation mode because we ran up so hard. Okay? That's why the OTC isn't really going. Okay? So that's why we have to be patient, everybody. We ran really hard last year, okay? And this year we've been consolidating. See how they're getting pulled in together? Yeah, learning stuff day by day, everybody. All right, looking over through here. Chat. Joshua, I'm very opinionated on KYNC because something is not right with that ticker. It doesn't play along to the way it should, and it hasn't for months and months and months. I was in that ticker for months and months and months. I like the product. I like Rick and everything, but man, something's not right there. I had to get out of that months ago. Did that pattern form before the last rec pump? Yep, it happens every time. That pattern is literally the pattern that I want you all to study and remember. As your teacher, okay? The pattern I told you all that we are always looking for is 8, 21, go back, 8, 21, 50, and 200, all right? Like this, okay? This is when I say code green, blue, yellow, purple. This is what it means right here, folks. Boop, boop. You get those, you get this, all right? That's what you're looking for in moving averages. You're looking for them on all time frames. Hourly is the best. Other than the daily and weekly, we want to already have those there and in place. So you get those. Woohoo! Money, money, money! If this line, the 200, is on top, you gonna be sometime, especially if it's on the weekly and the daily, because you got to work all these things right here up and over to get like this. Okay, that's why you gotta be on top. Okay, now let's see here. Man, telling you what. I don't know. All right, popping this here. Just curious about something. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Just curious about something. Delete that. Get that. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, getting juicy. Lucy Juicy. It's a beer, by the way. All right, so let's look at our pullback here on ICOA. Okay, remember we're looking for that 61%-ish. That ish. Okay, we're at 71. So another common one is 73.2. I have to look it up. Let me look it up real fast. That's one thing I want to study is my Fibonacci's. All right, so you can just Google them. Fibonacci retracement, not extensions, but retracements, by the way. All right. Retracements are used more. Extensions is a little bit more. People disagree on the uses of the extensions of instead of the retracements. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, click that open. All right, so our Fibonacci retracement levels are 23.6%, 38.2%, 61.8%, and 78.6%. So this falls in between that 78.6 and 61.8%. So ICOA technically could hit that, 78.6%. Let's see what that would entail over here. So we put this here. All right, we're looking at if it hit the max, 78.6. All right, so somewhere right around. Oh, there you go. All right, so that would put it at 60. Is that right? Yeah, 60. Okay, that's 79 right now. That means it would fall and stay below. Typically, look, when it hits the trend line, all right, it bounces. Okay, boom, boom. All right, it hits it, goes down. So what I like for ICOA, all right, I like ICOA for the simple fact that we've got this falling wedge, a play that I like. Okay, look at Rex getting wrecked. Shocking. Manipulation, peeps. Manipulation at its finest. Oh no. No. This is good. This is good. All right, remember, we need to get these tight together. So what's going to happen is this is going to pull down, swoop and loop, and this is going to pull up because we're close enough to the 200 right now. Sorry, can't throw that out there. All right. So watch the MAs right here. I'll get right back to you. This is very important piece right here that we got to make sure that we understand and learn, because this is very common. All right. Yes. Perfect. Yes. Write down a lot of this stuff. If not, I can always help you out there too. Oh, also, in my intro video, I show you how to set up my trading view. This is what I use, the platform I use. I love TradingView because I can chart everything, crypto. I can do stocks, Forex. I don't do Forex, but you can do it on here if you wanted to. It gives you a lot of options. OTC data subscription is $2 a month, so it's really good. An old swoop and loop, baby. Hey, you're turning into a funny guy. Yeah. So, but wait, this thing the 8 needs to come down some more. Okay. When it's close like this, they don't usually let it. Watch. They usually like to extend it out, and that's when you get this drop right here. You know what I mean? The old swoop and loop, baby. Swoop and loop. That makes some t-shirts. Swoop and loops. All right. So let's see. ICOA. All right, I bet you we get a pull down here. Just keep a mental note right there that what's our time frame right here? We are on the 54th minute. Okay, so ICOA got support 67 here. Running through here. All right, so yeah, let's do this for ICOA. Swoop and loop. That and the chart don't lie. I'm gonna have to. I think I might change my slogan from "keeping it real" to "the chart don't lie." I'm really. It's great. All right, so what I like for ICOA right here, in my opinion, is I like a bounce off of here. Doesn't mean that it slightly goes up. It kind of goes right here, and then we get over to the pennant. Remember, this is daily, so it takes a couple days, and then you have a breakout of the pennant. This is very similar to what we're dealing with over here with REC. Okay, pulling down. This is the hourly. Okay, so all right, very similar. This wedge type of play that we're trying to play out. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do here. The old swoop and loop. All right, get this baby going close. Get these closer together, and then swoop it and loop it. Now let's see here. Let's backtrack. All right, hourly. Actually, sorry, should have done weekly first. All right, look at the weekly. Okay. This is starting to come down. Doesn't mean it can't bounce. I've seen it bounce plenty of times. This is that fan I was talking about that you really want with those. That's good, especially the weekly. The weekly's the strongest. Okay. Look at your indicators here. Okay. The only bearish thing you have right now are your short terms. Your long terms are good, and that's more important. Okay. Hourly, scooping out. All right. So hourly, what we're looking for right here. Okay. is for the swoop and loop, actually. Yeah, look, all these are coming together. We need this to get a little closer in. All right, it's probably going to be on the averages, but this will pull up. It should bring us into the wedge more. Okay, let's all look over here. Look at this. Notice a pattern, anybody? Whoop, swoop, and loop. I'm telling you, it's there. You just got to look for it. Look, see how this is tight and close? All right, so since this is tight and close, okay, this is going to happen. It's going to bring the price up, and it's going to move it up this way and help these averages go up. That was on the 15 to the 30. Let's go over here. All right, so over here, all right, rejected because they're not flattened out here yet. It's only 5 minutes. It only takes a couple hours to really get the thing. Boom, hits there, kind of comes back in and goes. Janky. All right, this also happens from low volume too. Look at these spots in here. Low volume. All right, low volume. Let's see here, 3 minute. All right, we just need the. What you really need is this 200 to come in close to all these averages, so we can kind of pop it up and over. And there you go, like that. So this just comes up, swoop loop pulls it up, goes into here, swoop loops pulls it up. 5 minute. You get the gist here. Goes up, comes up, takes it through. Okay. And then we gotta stop this from curling down. To do that, we just bring the SP up. They'll pull that up as well. Just looking. Based on the daily though, that's my play right now. If I'm ICOA, I'm looking for it to stay in the trend. Okay. I don't want it leaking down here. Okay. I want this, and I feel like it will stay within here, and then we want that bump up and out for ICOA right there. All right. Yeah, yeah. We check out LRC. Yes, LRC was one I was definitely doing it as well. That thing. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, see this? Bullish. Okay, we don't want that green to go down. If it goes down, we're looking at a swoop and loop kind of deal with that. You don't want the swoop and loop at the top of the daily. It's going to take some time. So let's. All right, coming out here. All right, there you go. Okay, so you don't want to fall below that. That's why that's getting mighty close. Keep an eye on that. Okay, keep a real close eye on that. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So if this falls in the next daily, this thing is going to pull down and this price is going to fall. Okay. This is not good, basically, unless you get a big buy here soon coming through. Let's go back and check out the hourly. Oh. Can we get it? Can we get a swoop and loop? Oh, we might get it. All right. So maybe they do come by through. I mean, all the indicators are ready. I'm just running through the process here, folks. Like it getting tighter. Ooh, buddy. Look what's coming up and over. All right, keep an eye on that on LRC. Up and over. This is what drives me freaking nuts. All right, so they're spiking it down because look at this 21, how it's curling down right there. It'll pull it down, and watch how it pulls it down, and then it'll spike, and it flattens it out and brings it back up, or it brings this down. Dude, they play with these MAs on crypto. Look how it just flexes it. It's impossible to know which way it's going. Like, literally gives you a headache. See how they're just pulling it down? And just look, it's like a freaking spring load. See? Why? Oh, why? Welcome to the crypto world, folks. Isn't that freaking nuts? Watch. I mean, look at this. This is literally what they're doing. They're manipulating the moving average on the 1 minute right here. We are literally watching this thing bend down. Let's see if it breaks below here. 275. That's just like mind-boggling. All because they want it a certain way. But I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like I can't figure that out. Oh, SHIB? Yeah, SHIB went to $100, man. No, I'm just kidding. We're watching manipulation of crypto charts right now and how it's absolutely ridiculous. I'll go back to SHIB in a second, and then I got to sign off. Um, it is running late right now for me. Swoop and loop, folks. Swoop and loop. Got to get this tighter in. Okay, that's why the price is going down. Swoop and loop. All right, catch those dips before they rip. All right, look at that, flattened out over here. Okay, there's just so much going on in here. Like it's nearly impossible to like look at this. Like everything they're doing to it, it's frustrating as all get out. Um, but like I said, the play is the breakout. Okay, and that's what we're headed to right now, and I feel comfortable with a breakout coming here because of that. But I mean, it's freaking impossible to do these freaking charts, man, on crypto. I mean, it's just disgusting because they're just pulling these moving averages everywhere they want. All right, so shibby. Okay, shibby fell out of a falling wedge. Okay, right here. Okay, see how it goes down and then pops up and out. This is daily though. Okay, so this is day. All right, so typically you get a run up and then you kind of get a flat down afterwards. Um, you want to have this green over the 21 and pulling up. But that's why you got the pop out of here. You got that wedge play. That's kind of what we're looking for right here on REQ. All right, so that's what the play is on REQ. Looking through here right now. Let's go to the hourly. Look what's happening. Bet you they force this down, and I bet you this thing curls. All right, let's see. I mean, it's literally it's getting so frustrating to chart crypto right now after a week just because of this. Like, what the heck do you do? Like, it's impossible. What you got to do is just use trend lines and just pray that you're right on a lot of these things. But hey, I do want to show you guys one thing before we get going. I think SHIB's fine, by the way. I think SHIB's going to be good. It should pull back a little bit. It ran kind of hard, really fast. Notice how the 200's curling down right here. So not a buy right now, in my opinion. When you get the 200 curling down, that's a clear indication of a downward trend coming in. So as we can watch right here, notice how it curls down. It's because the price is down. As it comes up and makes that cross, that's your good indicator on the 1 minute here. Look when they cross right here, what happens with the 50 going below the 200. Woo! Okay, so that's what you're going to keep your eye on is this coming up? If this goes down, okay, then the price continues to go down. Okay, until this comes up and over, okay, the price continues to go down. Okay, we got to remember that. All right, so that's what we're looking for on the old shibbies for the turnaround, okay? So we're showing there's no signs of buying SHIB right now. Ooh, excuse me, because of this, all right? Because that curl down. All right, we got flattened out there. Everyone's flat, just kind of goes sideways. All right, look at this curl on the 50 right there. It's kind of what we're getting. So it's going to hold this down too. So this curl right here is going to hold this from spiking up to the 4.8 level. So you won't see 4.9 because of that. But this is good. This is long term, 15 because we're getting the higher time frames. So you'd wait for the 1 minute for the 200 to start turning up. Okay, so this is good. So Here's the hourly of SHIB. Okay. So hourly is you're talking about holding SHIB for a while. Okay. Look what happens when the MAs are together in that perfect order right here. Okay. This is good. This is what happens. Okay. This is what we're waiting for. Okay. So we're probably at the cusp. We're probably this. Actually, man, that is pretty identical. I'm going to take this off for a second. All right. So this is definitely identical. I told you everything has a pattern. Okay. So let's go back to this real fast. So we got our high. This was our current. This was our previous low. All right, and then we made a higher low up here. Okay, so what we're doing now is look at this right here. Okay, look right here. All right, same thing. Okay, falling wedge that we're looking at. Okay, the only difference is with the falling wedge this way is the 200 and the 50 are going down, so it's going to the trend is going to go down afterwards. You can get the pop, all right, but you got to sell that when it's going down. Opposite is the case with the 200 going upwards, because we know when the 200, the 50, any of those are going upwards, the price is going up. Okay, that's what moves us. This thing's a freaking tank to move up here. Okay, this is like a Prius moving up the 8. Okay, going through, and we're going when all these are moving up in the same order. Look what happens. Okay, so what the play is, in my opinion, let's chart this out first. Okay, so we're going to take a zoom in here. If you have charting view, that's what this button is zoom in. So zoomed in right on that part. Okay, so let's look at the moving averages on the breakout. Okay, so let's look at the retracement step. So we went from, okay, we went up 62%. Okay, there's your Fibonacci right there. Okay, 62% up. All right, let's see what we did a pullback of. 24% down. 23.96. I'm pretty sure there was a 23.6. Boom, boom, baby. There's your Fibonacci too. All right, so there you go, folks. All right, so we had a 6-1 up profit take. We had a Fibonacci retracement, and then look at the moving averages and how they work. Follow the long-term moving averages. If they're going up pretty hardcore, these ones don't really matter until the long term's down. That's when you get the big sells. People sell when the 50 drops below the 200 right here. So if you're following the gold line, yellow line, and the purple line, look, I mean, these things can dip. The price dips for sure, but it's not until these two cross right here the other way, you get a huge dip, right? And when that 200's on top, all right, that thing's a freaking lid, man. You aren't taking that thing off unless you have a lot of power to get up and over that. Okay, so watch. I mean, all these fake outs right here is because they can't get over that 200 on the hourly. Look, finally broke out of it right here. Okay, let's see what we did yesterday. Hey, this looks freaking identical right here. All right, so let's go. All right, gonna grab the bottom here. Let's go to the top. Okay, we only did 40.92% increase. I'm going to chart this out a little bit more. I'm going to hit the lowest of the low over here. See what the difference is. 52.56. Let's look at our Fibonacci retracements. All right, we got a 236, a 382. All right, so probably that 382 was in effect for Fibonacci. Yeah, 382. Okay, so 382 Fibonacci was used for that right there. So our lowest Fibonacci retracement that we're looking at right now is a 23.6. Okay, so let's look at what 23.6 right there. It's the high. All right, let's give us the low. Okay, we're only at that bottom dip was at 17.49. Let's bring it down to that 20 level right here. Okay, we're looking at 4.2. Okay, this 4.2 level. All right, probably find some support right here. So I think, especially based on the MAs and stuff on SHIB on the 1 minute. Or was it the 1 minute? Sorry, I think it was the 5 minute. Yeah, look, this is flattening out. All right, here it was 3 minute. See how it's coming down? All right. when this crosses, all right, I want you all to pay attention to this too, okay? Because it's going to happen in, okay, this is 912. So SHIB is going to take a huge fall here if it doesn't get a huge pump first, which I don't think it's going to. All right, so look, all right, this goes down, okay, because this is the 200 is going down. This is why this is going to get rejected. Okay, we've seen this before. Okay, when your stock is going and when the purple line, the 200 is going down, all right, we get rejected until it's flat, and we get enough through here. So look, this is going to cross in the next 10 minutes or so. I'll stay on for 10 minutes so y'all can see what happens. Okay, actually, it's going to be less now. As soon as these cross, or right before they cross, this thing's going to dump, in my opinion. Let me look. Just want to double check. There's a sell right there. Okay, already made that bearish cross. Look what happened when we hit the cross right here. Dump. Yep. So you guys are going to see a dump live in action right here. Okay. So if you're holding SHIB, all right, get ready because the price of SHIB is about to go even lower right now. Just a FYI. Once these two cross right here, I'll come right back to that. Okay. Let's look at where we're at over here. All right. You mother. No, I'm just kidding. It looks good. We should be nice and tight on the 1 minute. And remember, this is how it. Ooh, baby, who's tingling right now? All right, where's my man at? Fiasco, come on, you got to give me a. This is it again. Look at this is actually it though. This is legit now. All right, when you see a normal big spike like that and you're getting it, this is fine right here. We'll break above it. This is what we're looking for, folks. Here we go. All right, and this is a great breakout play that I found on crypto as well. Is if you're able to get this area right here, and you know that they're in downward trend, they're gonna come up and over. Notice this 200 is flattening out here. It's not like this where it's coming straight down. So it's going to be nice to eat, and it's the 1 minute too. So 1 minute's a lot easier to turn up and to go as well. All right. Yep. No worries. So we're going to be in between rec and SHIB, and then I'm signing off because I'm exhausted and hungry. All right. So shibby, shibby, shibby. All right. That happens. It's going to go down. Oh, excuse me. All right, they're trying to push it up. It shouldn't come up. This, on the other hand, should come up. Okay, if it doesn't, ticked off again because this is ridiculous. All right, we have 40 seconds. If we stay on top of this 50, that's what you want. Right when you get this cross too is what you want as well. So staying green right here is very beneficial. We have 15 seconds left to sell. Come in. If we get a huge spike here, we'll get a huge spike if it gets green, or we should at least. 10 seconds. Come on, buyer, 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 buyer. Look at this too. Look at the volume right here. That's good. This is good. Ah, see, I told you that sucker was going to come through every time, man. Cross. All right, so we need to pull up on this right here. Okay. Let's get a huge pull. Come on, baby. We want to stay on top of this 50. We want to use this 50 as support, pulling up the 8 and the 21 with it and coming up and over and creating that fan. We do that, we're into the races, folks. All right, so notice that there's a heavy amount of resistance at this 50 MA spot. That's no surprise at all. Okay, we've got 20 seconds left. Obviously, if we finish on top, that would be a very good sign. All right, finding heavy sell resistance. Okay, here's your volumes right here. Okay, we want to finish above that. Okay, and 2, 1, green. Oh, I love green on top. Yes, that's good. All right, so the next buy will give us something on top. Come on, buy above, buy above, buy above. Let's go. Oh, see how this is all like janky now? It's not smooth. All right, it's because of this crap they were doing to it earlier. All right. I don't want to waste everybody's time on that. SHIB, I do want to show you the 3-minute death cross. Sorry, it sounds so ominous, but that's what they call it. All right. This right here, once these two cross, it's adios amigos. That's in 2 minutes. Will be a little bit closer. When it gets really close is where you kind of see the drop in it. But everything leads me to indicate that we're going to take that at 23.6, I believe, percent Fibonacci retracement on SHIB, and then we'll do that probably a falling wedge kind of trick and then pop out of it. So SHIB right around there, and we saw what SHIB does after it takes that. Sorry guys, I'm thinking too much right now. Here, see, take our retracement, we came up, we consolidate, we got the MAs up, okay? Look, spike, all right, come down, but it's moving. You're following these long-term MAs, and as long as the long-term MAs are running upwards, that's a bullish sign. We want them going in an upwards direction, not sideways, not downwards. Sideways is indecision. Downwards is adios amigos. Okay, like this right here. Okay, we want to go up, up. Okay, so that's why. Oh, there's our spike. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Push, push, push it. I need a little salt and pepper in here. Man, it's driving me nuts right now. You guys have no idea. As somebody who loves to chart, the fact that you see this is just like mind-boggling, dumb. All right, I'm gonna keep an eye up on the price right here, but this is why. Okay, we look over the 200 here, right? Obviously, this cross wouldn't be good, but this falling wedge is going to prevent that. Okay, it makes no sense for this to fall anymore, and this is why we come up, and this is what a falling wedge does to prevent that. Okay, as well. So we're going through there. So pop right here and come up and through is what we're looking for. Give you some spikes. All right, 453, 452. All right, looks like we're getting mighty close, folks. Mighty close. You break above that 200. Ooh, ooh, everybody getting all tingly now? I know I am. That's what we want right there. All right, this is the type of breakout play you want to play right here. Buy, ride that thing up, makes a percentage. Here's your percentages, by the way, right here on this candle. Um, yeah, that looks beautiful. All right, so glad I got into this extra during this time frame right here because this looks like we're about to get a pull up, run up, run up. All right, so here we go. Watch as it pulls up. Watch how this SP pulling up affects these MAs right here. All right. We were literally waiting for the 200 to flatten out right here so we could do this, what we're doing right now. And you're about to see a lot of green, okay? And then you're going to see some red, okay? And then you're going to see some more green because it has to do this again to the other moving averages, the ones on the 3-minute, okay? It's got to pull these up, okay, above here, okay? These right up, okay? And you're going to find resistance up here, all right? And then you come over to here, okay? You got to break this one right here. This is why we're stopped right here, okay? We break this right here, pulling up, all right? Go to the next one, all right? Got to find resistance right here. We're going to pull that sucker up because we're going to be bosses, all right? And we're just going to say, you, dude. All right, so this is the fan I want you guys all to watch. Watch how this starts to fan out into the perfect. And this is the formation we want to look for in all OTC stocks, any stocks really, because that formation is exactly the formation that gets us the moolah. Okay, so let's watch the volume too, by the way. People literally wait for these. See how they got back in here. All right, these are easy buys and holds because they know they're going to go up. They just hold it and wait, and then they'll sell out on the pullback. Okay. So we are sitting at waiting for these two to cross right here, waiting for these two to cross right here. This is fine. Remember, you cannot go straight up without coming back some. All right, I'm gonna look over at SHIB, okay? All right, you saw it get really close. So SHIB, we're probably 6 minutes away, maybe more, but this is definitely gonna make SHIB turn down, okay? Look how the 200 is going down. Ooh, here comes the sells on SHIB. All right, we're looking over here too. Man, both things. How does everything happen at the same time? I mean, seriously. All right, so let me see if I can split my screen here so we can get both of these. I'm gonna try. Oh, don't do that. Getting a little lag here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Yeah, let's just leave it there. All right, so, oops, sorry. All right, so we're just gonna leave that there. We're gonna start getting some sells. Look at the price, okay? 4720. All right, you can look at it up here as well. Let's look at this. I want you to see how this forms more so, okay? So think of this as the volume comes in and you see that green candle coming. Think of this as just brute force and you're lifting weights up and you have these chains attached beneath them and you're pulling them up, all right, pushing up, that barbell right above your head, and you're literally every time you do a rep, okay, you see how that's every time you do a rep, you're pulling it up, all right, and you want it to get in that perfect formation. Oop, there's your spike. Okay, the more spikes you get, the more it comes. All right. Keep an eye on the RSI level down here. That is a relative strength index. That is a indicator of overbought or oversold. If it's over 70%, this line right here is considered overbought. If it's under, it's oversold. Overbought means that it's going to have to come back in this purple zone. This is why you get these red candles for a little bit to cool down and also build your chart. FYI, DWALK and FUN are two biggies. Those ran up to 100% RSI. So you imagine why it's taking so long for those to recover. Okay, so it comes as no shocking surprise. All right, you're getting resistance because of this right here, and I can guarantee you we're getting resistance. Get resistance for these crossing in right here. We're up and over that, but it hasn't held yet. This is the 5-minute candle, which is be official in 1 more minute. There you go. There is your resistance, folks. That's why we are staying right there at the current moment. We're not going over the 4.6. Think of this as a pile driver. All right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Punching this thing and turning this thing up. Literally brute force just mauling this thing and trying to turn it up. All right. That's on the 15-minute. Okay. Same thing happens here too. All right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So I want to come back. Look at the flying V. I love this thing. It's beauts. Okay. Purple we want at the bottom. Blue will come up next. And then we'll get up our yellow. Okay. This creates this fan that we're looking for, which I'll pull over on SHIB so we can see it. My little man's going to bed. He's having a rough time. I might have to go here soon, yes. All right. 1 minute's kind of hard. Let's go to the hourly. Make it a lot easier. Okay, zoom out. All right, so this is what we're doing right now with the 1 minute. Okay, of it's never ending. All right, it's kind of like this, but it's here it is, right here. This is what we're forming right now for REQ. All right, so we'll get some cells. It makes sense. We got to bring the RSI down. Okay, got to come back down in a little bit. While we're doing that, all right, this is what we're forming right here. Okay, so if we zoom in on this, right, SHIB's still staying in that 473, 472 area. All right, see how it's on top here? All right, and we're raising up, and these two come up and over. Then look as this comes up and over, and look what happens. It's a beaut, right, guys? Right, ladies? Right, everybody? That's what we're looking for right now on our REQ. So let's continue to watch. You always find resistance right here as these are coming over. We know that we're getting resistance because of the 15 right here. Whoa, did you see that? That was pretty cool. All right, that's that brute force that we're looking at. Look at the spikes right here. Massive spikes. All right, look at the green separation right here on the MACD. Look at the volume sticks right here, everybody. Just brute force. And we're just hitting that wall right now because we literally are pounding this 21 MA on the 15-minute chart and changing its direction. All right, that's exactly where we're getting our resistance from right now. Looking around, we're over top of here. This is going to swoop and loop and up. Okay. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at the formation. Now we have to come over here. We're going to find resistance at 467 once we get through this right here. Okay. So that's why we're getting this resistance, but it's good that we're above it. And the more that we go above it, the more force that we're putting into changing it as well. Let's go back over to 1 minute. Okay. We are now have two bullish MAs coming over the top right now. So our final one, okay, is this 50 MA coming over top, okay? Look at that spike, folkies. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. All right. Let's make some money, y'all. Let's make some money, y'all. All right. So REQ is starting to juice. Batman can kiss my grits. Okay. Guy doesn't know anything about charts, and he said he did. Liar. Paid basher. Him and the other guy. It's funny because they same thing. All right, so this thing is a freaking beast right now. Still a couple minutes from the golden cross. That's what it's called when the 50 goes over top of the 200. Death cross is when the 200 goes, or the 50 goes under the 200. Okay, it's an easy way to remember what happens. Okay, look at the green that we're getting here. Okay, told you all, look where we're going to get resistance at right here in the 200. Okay, it's fine. All right, it's fine. It's gonna work out. You just gotta let it play out. Now we're gonna look over here. Okay, pounding that 200 right now. I want to see. Then we've got this 4.7 level that we got to break over. This is flat though. We'll just get some resistance and then pop over that as well. Okay, let's pop on over the 15. Let's see what we did to this. Look at this. This thing was, remember, this thing was curling down. Okay, look what it's doing now. Right, it's flattening out. And in 1 minute, we're going to get a new candle here. And let's see what happens to this 15 minute. It should flatten out more here. All right, so keep an eye on the blue line in 30 seconds. Okay. Ooh, look at that brute force. Okay. Also, we've got 20 seconds, but look, stochastic. Look at the crossover on the 15 right here. It shows buy signal right here. Okay. RSI is moving nicely up. MACD is below, is coming up very nicely, starting to turn green. All right, here we go. 5 seconds. Keep your eye on this blue line. It should flatten up. All right. So see how it's getting close right here? This is going to start to pull this thing up some more. Okay. So instead of this curling down like it was coming this way, it's starting to flatten out. Notice this is pulling up. Once this comes over top and this comes here, it's really going to freaking move. All right. So this is the beginning, folks. Resistance here at 472. Resistance at 4709. All right. Let's look at 3 minute. Okay. Resistance here is getting, if we finish out over top of here in a minute or so, then it'll go, or sorry, no, in 3 minutes for that one. And then look, we're one step away from the perfect sequence. Go, 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 go. Yeah, buddy. All right. So I told you all, I wasn't shitting y'all. I never do that. All right. A lot of you know that already. You've been following me for a while. Some of my new peeps, I like to keep it real, guys. I tell you the truth. I tell you it sucks. Stock or crypto sucks. I don't really care. I mean, that's what the chart says. That's all I do is I just read the chart. I don't get to choose what it does. All right. So let's look over. Okay, breaking the resistance there. Okay, we're getting resistance at the 4709. We knew that. Okay. All right, and we're getting resistance right here at the 4723. Okay, so just heavy resistance to that 47 level right here. Right here too. We're gonna have to pound that sucker too at 4734. Okay, and get through on the 30-minute as well. All right, but this is this is curling up. This is good. Guess where that's on? The hourly, and that's what we need. This is where that big green candle comes up and punches this sucker up on the hourly, and this is where we get our wedge breakout. Okay, looked like it was going to come there. Everything wasn't ready, so now it's going to be right here. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. Once this golden cross happens, I got to pop off. Little man is having a little bit of a meltdown. All right, let's see here. Keep an eye there. All right. So technically they have crossed. I find when charting that it's not really considered a cross until it's very definitive. Because what can happen is somebody could technically spike this down right here and this thing could come back down. So you got to really wait that extra minute for that candle. So we've got 20 seconds left here. All right. And we're going to get this beautiful, nice pull above. Okay. And 10 seconds. And it's perfect too because look, we're building the steps as we're doing it. Okay, and there you go. So there you go. You tech this. This is the start of that flare out. This is what we call a perfect ascension right here. And as the 200 comes and curls up with it, is when you really get a nice one. And that happens once the price goes up some more. So that looks like. Find the beginning of this. So, you get this going right here, okay? So what we're looking for is this to turn up. This was continuing to go down because of the larger MA. So that was a 1 minute, okay? So that was continuing to go down because we had, look, we had this 5 minute blocking it, okay? 200. We had the 3 minute blocking it down there. Now they're all in order where we can get up and over those ones. And on our larger time frames, sorry, not that one. 15-minute isn't, 30 isn't. It's the hourly. So on our larger time frames, the hourly, it's on the bottom. Okay, the daily is not even there because it has been around that long. This one's stronger, so this will act as support and pull it up as well, and just going through. So this is just the start right here. I think that we get a beautiful this falling wedge breakout here. I don't know how long it lasts for or whatnot, but just keep an eye on those moving averages and the way that especially the long term, the 50 and the 200 are going. All right, everybody. Definitely lost that bet with my wife. She won. I went an hour over, but we got some good learning out of here. So 8-day moving average 21, 50 is the gold or yellow, and then the 200 moving average is right here. When the moving averages cross down, especially the long-term ones, okay, that's a clear indication for me to sell. All right, so you kind of have to keep an eye on those. This is the 1 minute, so you get it a little bit sooner. Sorry, computer's just acting a little slow today, which is kind of crazy because I actually have a fairly good computer. So, I mean, as you can see, this is going sideways, but when it's going up, all right, it goes up. But when this thing starts coming down and heading towards this 200 and crosses, this is where, this is definitely exit territory right here because see you later, Gator. All right, so these going up are bullish. Okay, when these are going up, look what happens when they're going up together. Okay, when the one starts free falling down, adios. All right. Yeah, man, no problem, Bart. Oh, Mr. Mad, fantastic. I appreciate it, man. It saves me the time. I rather focus on charts. Um, so I appreciate that. But yeah, that's basically what I use for my moving averages, and just kind of keep just look at the direction that these things are going in, because I mean, look, the short-term ones can go down, okay? So the 8 and 21, and they can come right back up, because look, the 50 is still moving up with it, so the price is going to continue to go up with it. It's when the 50 goes down that I start to worry. All right. So I use that. You get your MACD too. That's more short term, unless you're doing it on like the hourly or the daily, which will it's kind of hard on crypto to show you guys. Um, but yeah, actually, it's not as hard. So look at REQ's last run here. If you look at the blue line right here, this is the MACD line. Orange one's called the smooth line. When the MACD is on top, that's bullish. You'll see how it goes. These histograms right here, they are larger when these two are separated. Okay, when they're getting closer together, these kind of get lower. And then look when a cross happens. All right, happens in here. You could have exited right here thinking it was going down, but then it didn't, and it continued to go up. So MACD is a hit or miss. You kind of have to fiddle around with that. I mean, even the stochastic, look at this, it's showing down, all right, going through. Um, it's really just a hit or miss with these. All right, so this would be a better indicator. All right, so let's see. Green on top is bullish, but look, it's underneath the whole time here, comes up, so this is a buy signal. All right, you ride the buy up here, okay, and then when it comes down, you get the cross, but it's running flat. It's not downwards yet, and once you get the separation, that's a sell zone right there. All right, and then look, you're right in this candle. That's a pretty good profit if you're getting in at here and getting out there. So I like the stochastic more for the indicator. You just need a true definition, look at the separation on these lines, because it can run pretty tight like this. Okay, and we don't want that. So we can continue to go over this over it, because it's a definitely a popular topic, and it's one that we all will continue to work on as well. All right, so we've run up really hard here. We're going to come back down some more, and then we're going to work up. This is why you follow these long-term moving averages, okay, in the direction that they're going in. If they're going up, we're in the good mode to go. All right. All right, everybody, I got to get off of here before I get murdered. Yeah, hope you all have a good rest of the week. Mana, that's it. Dude, my bad. I did tell you I was going to do that. Yeah, man, no worries. I actually like doing live because it records automatically for myself. I get some feedback right there, which I love. And yeah, I really I like the live, and it just goes right to my YouTube instead of me having to record it, do some cuts, add some stuff to it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate all the follows and the support. I love you guys out there. Um, I'm only here to help. Not if I ever bash something, then it's not me. Okay, I just tell you that there's a it's not a good thing. Like, I'm just going to tell you the truth. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you guys. All right, we're all grown-ups here. We can handle it. All right. If it sucks, I'm tell you it sucks. If I tell you it's going to turn around at some point, it's going to turn around unless the buys don't come. If it vice versa, there. Hey, look what we're looking at here. Keep an eye on this for mana. This might get go. I'm gonna look at the. See. Yeah, mana is going up very nicely. All right, we just wanted to see, this is the daily continued trend following this up. Maybe we get a break above the pennant. Have to keep an eye on that. All these are bullish indicators. Look at that fan that we were talking about. So that looks good. Okay, this is what I want you to look at. Okay, 200, is it going up? Yes, it's looking good. All right, 50, right? The 50, this is the hourly, can curl down. This is why we can get faked out really easily. It's not until they technically cross when it actually goes down. So this thing it's done it multiple times. It doesn't cross the purple, you're good to go. Okay, it's when it crosses it, it drops. Okay, once those does that, basically it drops. So this could be dropping. This could be, but look, Look how it, I mean, this is 30-minute, okay? So it can turn around on a 30-minute a lot faster. All right, same with that. So it's really these longer, like 1 hour daily and weeklies. You don't want the 200 on the top, people. I mean, seriously. If you look at your stocks, first thing you do before you entry, all right, I'm just going to pull up something randomly real fast, and then I really do have to go, because then I seriously will actually get murdered. Um, Peter is really slow right now. It's the slowest it's ever been. Um, let's see here. Let's get out of here. R's list. All right. Trying to think off the top of my head if I can think of one. All right. Let's say that you just pick one of these stocks. Let's take this one right here. BIEI. All right. These dashes right here mean low volume, no buys. Um, I don't like that. Let me else. IGEX. Okay, so that had good news. Okay, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the weekly. Okay, and we're going to look at the weekly and where the 200 is. All right, it's at the bottom. Look, we got a good chart. Weekly's looking good. I'm happy with this. That makes me happy. Then I go to the daily. Make sure they're all in order. Okay, which direction are the 200 and the 50 going? All right, I like that. This doesn't bother me as much. Okay. All right, then we're gonna do it the same thing to the hourly here. Okay, which direction is the 200 going in? All right, is this going up here? Uh-oh, we had a cross. That's why it went down. Hey, we're going up again. Is this gonna cross down? And that's kind of what we got to look at. Okay, this is getting a little tight here on IGEX, and it's why it's getting a little dicey. Okay, because you get that. All right. Notice on the 30 minutes how it can go under and come back in a lot easier. It's not that way on the hourly. This is each candle is 30 minutes. The other ones are, hour, days, weeks long candle. One candle is 1 week. It's a long time to do these kind of things. And you imagine that in a week, all right? So right here, IGX would look like basically a sell to me because of, look, the direction of the 50 and the the 200, okay, right there. This is helpful, but the 200 is still going down. Until that 200 comes up, eh, not really a buyer until that kind of happens, because this could kind of do this. All right. It's very, very important. See the dip? See how it's getting rejected right there? That's why it's so important to use these MAs. So here's the 1 minute chart. So I'll go off the 1 minute because it's the soonest one that happens. We want this 200 to go up. If this 200 goes up and this pulls up, we could then start knocking into here. But look what happens. We got to get a strong push to pull that one up. You go down the line. All right, this is why REQ took so long, because it had to do all that crazy stuff. All right, look at REQ, by the way. All right, beautiful people, beautiful people. All right. All this patient people out here are going to be very, very happy. We've got this coming over the 3 minute now. So now what we did on the 1 minute chart, okay, what we did here, okay, we're doing on the 3 minute. This is why this will come down and swoop and loop a bunch. So this will come up, all right, and it'll do the same thing over here, okay. We'll do this kind of trick over on the 3 minute because the 5 minutes next. Okay, 5 minute. Look at 5 minutes coming up. Okay, then we're getting over after all that, way hours down the road. Then we've got the 15 minute. Each one of these is 15-minute candle. Okay, it takes 15 minutes to get all the way up to here. It's going to take hours. Okay, then we get over to here and we do this again. Okay, this is why it all comes together. And then once we get these strong buys, this is going to stop this and pull this up, okay? And this is when it's going to reverse course, okay? Because this breakout right here, notice it doesn't matter until they cross, okay? And we want it to pull it up by a breakout and forcefully pull this MA with strong buying candle right up to here. Look, it only takes a 50 candle to break it. Imagine something that going up to here, okay? It'll turn that thing up in a heartbeat. And the reason it will do that is because look at our MAs on the daily, okay? Beauties, beauties, okay? All right, because this is stronger, the daily, than the hourly, okay? The weekly is stronger than them all, okay? The weekly is bullish, all right? We've got it going up. All right, everybody. Before you leave, what were the MA times I needed? Scroll up in the chat, man. Somebody wrote them out for us. 8, 21, 50, 200. Bart wrote it up there. A couple of ones above you. 8, 21, 50, 200. 8, 21, 50, 200. Also helps if you all, yeah, man. Also helps probably, I'm finding this a lot since I am a teacher too. Color coding things really helps out a lot. So if you guys are changing your colors, it's really easy to do. All you do is when you do the MA, I'll just show you on mine. You just have to click it, all right? So if you're on TradingView right here, all right, the length, all you do is put in 200, okay? Leave everything else the same. The style, okay? I make mine purple. If you do the same, then you'll know exactly what we're going from. Yes, all right? The line, all right, we want a line on there, okay? That's all you do. And then visibility, you don't even touch it all, okay? So it's that easy right there, okay? So all you do is go up to indicators, okay? You click on here, you search moving average, you click on it, and then you type in the length, 8 for one, and then you got to do another one, okay? So, and then you do another one, and you do that, okay? And then you go over, all right, you click on the color. My 200 is purple, my 50 is yellow, my 21 is blue, and my green is 8. That'll help you stay consistent in your learning, okay? Consistent in your learning. Oh, great. Awesome, man. Glad to hear that, Dan. If you just jumped in, this will go live up on my YouTube page, so you can watch it on there. You just have to go into the live section. It'll be recorded with today's date on there. Okay. And then lastly, I like to make my lines a little thicker. You can change that right here. See how they get thin? I like the second thickness. Too thick, they run over each other. It's hard to see them. So I do the second thickness, and I find that's very common. And that's all. I mean, that's really all you do. If you're curious about how to set up your charts using TradingView, check out my intro video on my YouTube page. All right, it's the introduction about how I got into trading, you know, my ups and downs, and then also how I set up my TradingView. Okay, a lot of information on there that a lot of you guys are asking currently. All right, we're gonna get a huge spike here, by the way, and that's what we that's what we're about. We're all about here. We're all about working together. And the best thing to work together with is understanding why things do what. It took me a long time to figure that out. Notice the resistance right here. And still, I'm learning things. You learn things every day. Resistance. You never stop learning. Never say that you know everything because you don't. You know, I'm constantly learning something as a friend, as a teacher, as a husband, as a father, all those things. You always got to keep learning. So keep doing the good stuff out there. Keep getting the good fight going, and let's make a lot of money together. All right. Just remember, not financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. All right, everybody. Hope you all have a good rest of the day. I will check you all later on Twitter.